3. Hi everybody! Sorry I couldn't find your animals to open up with this morning, or this afternoon even. Good afternoon everybody, welcome to Jim the Game Reserve. My name is Tara and joining me on camera is Mark, and back in final control is Sebastian. And it is a beautiful sunny day and we're going to head down towards Treehouse Dam, I think, to have a scratch around there. Apparently that's where the cubs were left and they did have a look this morning but there was no sign of them. So we'll have a scratch around, maybe head back up Zoe's Road and have a look around there, see if there's any sign. And maybe up towards Voitella Access, Impala Road, that sort of area. Apparently there's some calling going on. When we were over by Buffelshoek Dam, one of the guides said there was some alarm calls there, so I think we'll have a scratch around there as well. And then maybe head up towards Gowrie Dam a little bit later on, see if we can hear those lions again. Who knows if we're going to be lucky. Keep your fingers crossed. But also, if you haven't joined us this morning, you missed out on the first 3 questions of the Dung quiz, but you are able to join in as far as you would like to. If you'd like to join us on a few drives, or if you can only join us on one drive, then join in. It's a lot of fun. See if you can guess correctly the dung and the tracks that I throw at you, and see how far we go. Apparently there's a few people that have got 100% already, 3 out of 3 this morning. Well done to you, and let's see if we can keep that up. So I've been driving along here, I've found a couple of questions, but I might just leave those for another day. We'll see. There might even be a couple of bonus questions thrown in there as well. But let's head on down and see what we can go and find in the way of tracks. The light isn't brilliant, but hopefully we can find some tracks in deep sand, maybe even around the dam itself. So no further ado, let's jump aboard. And it's up to you to keep your own score. I will tell you how many points you can get. I'll tell you when it is a bonus point and how that works. But I'm also keeping my own score in my little book of elephant dung. The paper is actually made from the elephant dung. Thanks to Rosie for giving me that. So I'll also be keeping a tab on the questions and the scores. And if you do miss what the answers were, oh, hello little mongoose. If you do miss what the answers were, don't panic, I will put them up on Facebook. And if you still miss them, then you're welcome to email me as well. It's just on the log, I don't know if we're going to be able to see him, it's probably just a bit of an odd angle. Underneath there. Ah, there we are. Yeah, there's one just down there, it's just popped out. Where are you? I think you need to go over just slightly. There he is, yeah.
I got it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll have to try and see if we can find them when they're a little bit further out in the open. It's still a little bit hot for them. They're enjoying the shade of the tree. Excuse me. Ooh. Here we go. This is our first question, and it's a tracking question. Hopefully you should be able to see this quite nicely, and hopefully the culprit you might bump into. You're going to be able to see it off of there.
We did one on the edge of the road.
Yep. Okay. Oops. Okay, so I'm going to go and stand next to it and hopefully show you with my ruler how long it is. Which one are you at? This one?
Yeah.
So if I put my hand there, if you stand and do it that way, that's better.
Oh, that's confusing now.
Why? Oh, yes. Hold on a minute.
Put the speaker up, see if it works.
Okay. Okay, I'm hoping you can hear me, although we have no way of knowing. The bar's moving down.
A little bit.
A little bit. So if I shout, hopefully you can hear me. So there you go, that's the size ratio. And hopefully you can see this. So that's the track that you're looking at. One part of it. The other part. And if you see this little indent here, that's the direction that this animal went in. That way. And size-wise, what are we looking at? 15, 20, 22, about 23 centimetres.
20 centimeters plus car. Okay, never mind. 23 centimeters. I was going to say you can count to 20, so you was calculating +1, +1, +1.
Yeah. Well, I've only got like 10 digits and 10 digits on my toe.
Okay.
I struggle past 20. So yeah, about 23 centimetres in length. And just in case you couldn't hear me, as you're walking, the last part that comes into contact is your toe. And you can see that quite nicely.
Here's another one. Inside the tyre track.
Inside the tyre track. Let me see. Ah, there we go. So if you look carefully, just on the left-hand side of your screen, you can see it actually goes in where this animal actually put all the weight at the last second as it lifted its foot off the ground, just like we do with our toes. So you see that little indent. So remember that one, that might be a question at some stage. But the question is, whose track is this? So about 23 centimetres long. So bigger than my hand. So if you want to play along, then you can send your answers through to questions@juma.com. Put your name and what animal you think it is in the subject line, so we don't have to open up a number of emails. And we'll see who the first 6 correct answers are that come back. And we'll see if there's any that lost the wrong track or went on the wrong track. So this is who dung it? Question number 4. Jim, better make a note of it. Now, even if you don't send in your answer, it doesn't mean to say you don't get the point. But let's see who the first 6 are. So you've got to be hot off the mark too. Gilly! Well done, Gilly. I'm Binky. Gilly. Oh, G-E-N-E. Jean. Sebastian struggles with that name.
That's Gilly, isn't it?
Yeah, Gilly Jean. Yeah, it's Gilly Jean. Binky is number 2. Raisa, number 3. Oh dear, we've got buffalo and hippo mixed in the mix there. So buffalo, I can see where you're coming from because you can see the 2 sides. But buffalo tends to be almost kidney shaped. It tends to be that sort of shape, not long straight sides like this particular animal. Oh, hello. Leopard went that way. So we need to try. One of them there. Julie from Indiana. Also correct. Are you seeing the culprit?
Pardon?
Are you seeing the culprit? Oh, I thought you were saying you're seeing
Culprit what?
the track.
Yes.
Oh, you are. I don't see it.
Eating my flowers.
Oh, is it ETF? Ah, yes. So who's number 5 and 6? 5 and 6 position. Ah. We don't have 5 and 6 position yet. Oh. Oh, Deborah. I missed Deborah. So Deborah also. So we're actually looking for position number 6. So Deborah and Julie. So Deborah was number 4, Julie was number 5. But Hippo's got 4 toes. This one's just got 2 parts to its track. I get to see the sausage tree too.
Stop here. Then could it step on that rock? Oh, shouldn't have said it.
This is the answer.
2 contenders, a kudu and a giraffe.
But which one is it? The kudu or the giraffe?
Giraffe's gone. Sorry.
And Wendy, number 6. Wendy from Iowa. Well done, Wendy. It is the giraffe. Oh, Randy. Randy, sorry. Can't hear through your chicken noises. Now just move forward just slightly. Oh, she's there. Ah. So a lot of people coming back with the right answer. Oh dear, Donald. Not elephant. Not quite. Oh, Donna. Sorry, Donna, not quite, not elephant. Elephant's much, much larger. I mean, that size you'd think it would, well, it would be a baby elephant for about 20 centimetres, even smaller sometimes. But it's definitely not the cloven hoof. Most people saw the cloven hoof, the 2 sides to the hoof. So definitely I can see where people are coming from with the buffalo. I'm just going to roll forward a little bit so we can actually see this little one a bit better. So well done to everybody getting it right on the first track question. It's probably mama and baby. Well, the baby's probably be about a year and a half, 2 years old now. Probably about a year and a half, judging by the fluffiness. Copy that. Okay, well we'll see if we can head around that way and have a look. I'll head down towards Treehouse Dam and then wander back up that way. Thank you.
Okay, copy. And what's your logo?
Fiderman's Dip with Toodlamiti.
Alright,
Hoping you can hear me, Seb. Okay, cool. Okay, just getting an update from Ephraim there. Apparently there's some monkeys calling between rooms 1 and 2. About half an hour ago, he said. So then we definitely need to have a check around there. She's lost a bit of her tail hair, actually. She doesn't have that nice long tail hair that helps to keep flies away. Oh, nice! Thanks, Zoomy Mike. Saying there was some hippos and buffalo sitting next to each other at Gowrie Dam. So if you want to have a look at those, I think Zoomy Mike still got them. And if you do see any cats or anything like that around there, Zoomy Mike, please let me know. There's some lions possibly around there, possibly a leopard. Again, you can just see how thin those legs are. And in some species of giraffe, you can see the pattern is actually below what would be the ankle joint. And in some species of giraffe, the pattern wouldn't go below that. Remember rightly, it's the reticulated giraffe that has the white stockings.
This morning we lost our contact between Line Case and Jordan Dam. We rescue my father in Galan Conzo. And then Conzo for my daughter to have from a long haul to the...
I'd love to know what goes through their mind. See baby checking us out. I really would love to know. There goes the kudu bull right at the background. That's what baby's watching now. Just caught sight of it. It's amazing. When I used to look after captive giraffe, they would not like to walk over any stones. If there was a stone in the way, they'd walk around it. If there was any stones anywhere near the gate, they wouldn't go through it. And yet here you can see they're actually quite happy just to walk over uneven ground and even rocky areas. I've seen them on rocky areas. Okay, lady, you're going to follow your child. Oh, we have company. Just see if we can move forward a little bit. Now in giraffe society, the bonds are very loose. I mean, the strongest bond is between mother and calf, but even that starts to fade over time. You can see baby wandering off. They can be on their own, they can be in a herd. It's possible that they've been in a herd this morning and then she's decided to wander off. But you can find the same individuals socialising with different giraffe each day. It could also be that there are other giraffe fairly close by, we just can't see them. And one thing to note with giraffe, you see how long the legs are, they're probably about 2 meters. The baby drops 2 meters when baby is born, and the dung also drops about 2 meters. And so you'll often find it scattered, and quite often they'll walk, scattering it even more. But it is thought that when the baby is dropped, it kind of kick-starts the lungs. Yeah, that really wouldn't be my favourite tree of choice. I just wanted to double check what tree it was, because I could see it looked like the buffalo thorn, the ziziphus, and it is, but it's got new growth on it, so those thorns, she's just really not caring about them at all, and they've actually got one thorn that goes straight and the other is hooked. You can see she's really making short work of eating those leaves, and even as humans we can eat the new leaves. It's almost like spinach. Also, the fruit is used as a... well, you can eat it, but they can also make a beer from it, or an alcoholic beverage. And even the nuts are used in the form of like a coffee. Hello, how are you?
Hello.
Hello. You're good.
Good afternoon.
How's it, Anton?
Anton. Which one? It's the same as
You're
that.
just putting a very funny face at giraffe. Shame. She's a little bit confused. Okay, apparently Ephraim's going to head down towards Treehouse Down. So I think we'll head towards Chelapan. I'm sure Ephraim will let us know if there's anything down there. Okay, no, this buffalo thorn is too good to eat. So we'll make a smaller loop, I think. Had enough of us. Completely the opposite direction to the other one. Yep. Oh, got a bit of break up there, hold on. Everyone come in?
Yeah, good. Stella.
If you're heading round to Treehouse Dam, I'll head down towards Chelapan instead.
Okay, you can put my thing out there, it's fine. I like to check with my place. The road is gone without seeing there. I think you just crossed into the lake.
Okay, copy, no matata. If you can just let us know if there's anything around there, that'll be cool.
Okay.
Two Impala tracks looking like aardvark track. Just one over the top of the other. Thank you very much. Also Dr. Rita and a few other people just letting us know that there's giraffe, buffalo and hippo down at Gowrie Dam. Thank you so much. As I say, everyone's going to go off to Treehouse Dam, so we'll go to Chelapan, try and cover as much area as possible. See if we can't find maybe the cats today. We had some elephants this morning. But maybe having some luck with the cubs later on. Who knows? Yep, questioned. Bonjour, DJ. Ah, okay. Well, welcome on board, Sub's brother.
Didier. Bonjour, Didier.
Good to have you on board with us. And Seb's actually sending the questions through into my ear here. But, good afternoon to you. And just asking about security when we get out the vehicle, because you remember in Kruger they had rifles, and do we have any form of protection, and also in camp as well. And the only protection we have is our mind, and cameraman. Hopefully cameraman's watching our back. Ready to shout if there is something behind us. But yes, usually we check the area, we have a quick scan of the area just to make sure that we're not going to climb out and walk into something. It's actually very rare that you're going to do that. It does happen. Sometimes you get so blasé and so used to actually jumping out and doing whatever, because, you know, this does become your home. You kind of do forget sometimes things can be there. And even around camp, I mean, I've had Karula, and I think she was also a bit blasé, because we both sort of realised at the same time that the other one was there. Karula kind of put on the brakes and I kind of put on the brakes and went whoa, and she went whoa. It's very funny. But we have a lot of animals around the camp, like monkeys and baboons, and even the water buck were around camp just before we left. And they also quite an early warning system. So if they're barking, it does mean that there's something around. We had a bushbuck barking, another antelope, just before we left, and we knew that Karula had been in the area, and it was probably her that was still around. So just to be on high alert. We got some kudu here. Also going to the toilet. Hmm?
I'm watching vulture.
Are you watching the vulture? Yeah, I'll have a look at the vulture. Where did baby go? Oh, there it is. That beautiful shock of white. You might just be able to see it through the bushes there. And that's actually a warning. They usually curl it around, either going to the toilet, or if there is danger, and they'll give a bark like a brr. And then if they do run away, the tail will curl around, possibly for other kudu to follow, but it's just to serve as a warning. So I hope that answers your question. Seb's being very naughty on the radio this afternoon. Now I wonder when you're going to come and visit us, so you can actually experience bush life for yourself as well. And see what we mean. And we actually had a hyena this morning in camp. I actually woke up, and just as my alarm went off, I hear the bin being tipped over. And I actually forgot that we'd actually tied it up quite nicely. So I went out to shout so that it would run off, and I think it was just the me opening the door actually stopped it, because I could actually hear it was dragging the bin along as well. I could just hear it being dragged along. So I just shouted, "Hey, leave it!" And they left a nice present this morning. Some dung, which has actually started to turn white. And peed as well. I thought, well, this is a good start to the dung quiz. I wanted to bring it on board. Maybe I'll bring it tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. When am I on drive again? Thursday. Okay. Hi, Carolyn, over there in Michigan, wanting to know what's the best time of year to visit the reserve. Any time of year. And I tell you why. Because every different time of year has something special about it. And it depends on what you want to get out of it. Just have a quick look at the vultures there. The white-backed vultures sitting on the nest. You had both parents there the other day, didn't you, Mark?
Yeah.
Oh! Did I just see movement there? Oh no, maybe it was a twig.
No, I saw something. Maybe it's leaves.
Yeah, I think it is. It's the leaves at the back. Oh, I was getting excited then. I thought that was a chick's head. Oh well.
Well, she's shielding something.
Yeah, I'm convinced they've laid. I'm convinced.
No, there's definitely movement up there that's not leaf.
Oh really?
Yeah. If it was egg, she would have to sit on it, otherwise it would cook. Or it wouldn't. No, she's got it in the shade.
Yeah, she's got her wings
She would still
out.
have to sit on it because the cold air would make it cold because it would be perspiring. So I can only think that she's shielding a chick and not an egg.
No, I think that movement is still leaves though, but whether it's an egg or a chick, I mean, it's hopefully showing how attentive vultures are and actually maybe put them in a slightly better light than maybe some people see them in. Because I think a lot of people just see them as just dirty scavengers, and actually they're very clean. Quite often they'll go and bathe themselves after they've been to a carcass. And it's just that they use, or they utilise, the carcasses which maybe other birds and other animals don't. You know, they part of the caretakers of the bush. You know, they clean up. Same as the hyenas. And it's a free meal at the end of the day. They don't have to go and kill anything for themselves. Although lappet-faced vultures have been seen hunting, but it's not the norm. Vultures tend not to hunt. The claws and beaks aren't really strong enough for that sort of thing. You can see she's got her wings out and she's got her back to the sun, so she is shading something. The fact that both parents were there yesterday as well. Both will feed. Both will feed the chick.
Sure. Like being in a movie house and coming out again.
Oh, is it? Oh. Especially with the bright sun, eh? Sure.
Yeah, I know, but it's nice with this rubber cap because of my glasses. I can cut out all the light and see so much better.
Yeah, not squinting.
Focus would be good. There we go.
And it just depends on who arrives at a carcass first. You do get a pecking order in the size of the vultures. It just depends. The vultures will watch each other, they'll watch other vultures, they'll watch tawny eagles and battaliers, and they'll watch for behaviour of animals, and maybe even actually watching the animals themselves, like hyenas, or maybe even the dogs or the cheetah, and they actually see these animals and maybe they're going to make a kill and maybe just watch. But I have seen vultures watch hyena before, watching and waiting, see if they're going to head towards a carcass. Especially in a habitat like this, carcasses can be hidden from sight, so they're going to be a little bit more difficult maybe to spot sometimes if they're under a bush. So if they watch other animals who might lead them towards a carcass, then it helps them. But no one else around here at Chelapan, so let's head up towards Gowrie Dam. So we'll do Gowrie Dam first and then head down Zoe's, and we'll do it back to front because Ephraim's heading round towards Treehouse Dam now. So we'll give it half an hour to an hour, and then maybe we'll have some luck if he hasn't. But this is done question number 2.
3.
4, 5. 2 for this afternoon.
11.
You're gonna confuse everyone. So this is your next question. So if I lift it up, hopefully you can see these little ridges. It looks like Africa. Yeah, it does a bit. And this animal, okay, it's very, very flat, so that hopefully that'll give it away. But I always say if I find bits that are maybe a little bit larger than this, these look like those Terry's chocolate orange chunks. Or orange segments. And hopefully you can see it's very, very fine in there. Very, very fine material. So again, if you wanna join in and see who the first 6 with the correct answer is, then send your answers to questions@juma.com. In the subject title, put your name and who dung it. It makes a nice frisbee too. Thanks, Dawn. I think I'm going to go through this.
Are we?
No.
Thanks, Dawn.
Hi, Carolyn. And unfortunately, apparently she had to go to bed. We were having a few sound issues this morning. So I'm not sure if you're asking for who done it this morning or whether you're asking for the answers. But the answers to the first 3 questions this morning was, first one was impala, second one was rhino, and third one was scrub hare. Not spring hare, scrub hare. Spring hare are totally different. Spring hare are rodents, whereas scrub hares are lagomorphs. Large difference lies with the teeth. Rabbits and hares have a set of front teeth and then a set of 2 other front teeth behind the front teeth, so it's almost like it's 4 teeth, so it kind of happens like that. I don't know if that works, but that's how they look. And the rodents lack canines. Hi Randy, good afternoon to you in Iowa, and well done by the way. I think you got 3 out of 3 this morning. And wanting to know how many eggs does a vulture lay, how big are they, and how long does it take to incubate them. Depending on the species of vulture, but they usually lay 1 egg, maybe sometimes 2 or 3. But usually only 1 chick will survive. It's usually one egg. Size of a vulture's egg, you know what? I've never seen one. I'd assume it would be something about this sort of size, but I've never seen one. I don't know if my little book would actually say. Let's just have a quick look. Have you seen the vulture's egg?
Never.
No. Just see if it actually has it. No, doesn't say. Sadly not. Doesn't have a picture of it either. Ooh. squirrels calling.
Yes, like.
Yeah. Squirrel calling over there. This looks like a puzzle bush.
Yeah.
It's not. What is it?
Comifera.
Hmm?
Comifera, trifoliate leaf. Or a rus.
And Combi and
Maybe it's a rus.
Yati and
Last station, sorry, what was crossing over from Baboon Pat?
Condi.
Copy, thank you. Oh yeah, it could be a roost. We'll have to keep an eye on this tree. I want to see what that squirrel's shouting at. I think it's in this tree here. And incubation period, I'm just trying to remember, I think Patrick Benson was saying around 80 days. I'll have to re-watch my interview with him actually. Maybe, I think it's around 80 days, but I might be wrong. Sebastian's going to check for us. Might be way off the mark there. Let's switch off here. No. Well, whatever is upsetting the squirrel, let's stop now. Okay. Hi Bets. Good afternoon to you. I'm wondering if the African harrier hawk would take a vulture chick. Interesting one. I think it would depend on if both parents are there and if the harrier hawk was just happened to fly over. I think that would depend on circumstances. I wouldn't have thought it would normally go for a vulture chick, because it's adapted for actually finding chicks in small holes, usually in the tree. But maybe opportunity if it was a small enough chick. But I wouldn't have thought at a very early age that both adults would be leaving the nest for that very reason, that it could be quite vulnerable to the sun. Especially the white-backed vultures you saw, they generally do have the nest quite high up on the tops of the trees. Cape vultures will tend to be on the side of cliffs, so a little bit more difficult to access, but there could be problems with predators. So I would have thought probably wouldn't put it past it if circumstances were right and parents were there, but the likelihood of that happening, I would say, is pretty remote. And then by the time it gets larger, it probably wouldn't. It'd probably get too big at that stage, and that would be when both parents would probably start to feed it, leaving the chick by itself and actually flying off together. And that's one of the reasons. Oh look, really no mate. That'll be one of the reasons why both parents will actually try and feed the chick, but that's also why they actually breed this time of year, because the mortality of animals tends to be higher this time of year. Oh, that was it. I was actually answering a question about best time of year to come and see the reserve. So in winter time you may see animals slightly easier because the bush has died back. You can see already for yourselves how far into the bush we can see. See it a lot better. But obviously it's drier, animals might not be in as good condition. As you go into summer, the migrants come back, the birds. So if you're a big birder, possibly the summer is better.
Interesting track across the road.
Yeah, I was having a look at that. Apparently leopard tracks heading east along Mamba Road. Keep my ear to the ground about that one.
Good afternoon, all sessions.
Birdie.
Where is it? Zambia and Yari, or is it still on the southern side of
But as you go into summer, you get this greenery, but maybe it's slightly more difficult to see the animals because the bush is thicker. Towards the end of summer, and you also get the rains as well, and sometimes you might not be able to go out on drive because it's raining so heavily. So the winter you kind of guarantee that you will go out on drive, but the summer you do have the rains and you have the big thunderstorms. But as I say, you got this nice growth of the bush, and you also get the migrants back and the babies around December, January, February time. The spring you start to see the flowers. I mean, we've started to see it greening up already, and some of the beautiful blossoms. So it really does depend on what you want to get out of the bush. So there you go, wildebeest, Billy No Mates. Let's just drive on a little bit further. I want to see if there's a track here. Incubation period's 10 months. Really? I don't think so. 2 months. Okay, so it was about right. Aha. Nice track here. Thank you very much. Seb's brother's saying that I'm better at him than driving. See?
Who's saying that?
Seb's brother. I think we definitely have to jump out to have a look at this track.
That open area, most of the airstrip in the next 15-20 minutes or so.
Couldn't quite hear it. Okay. Shall I grab the camera from you, or you?
Yeah, it's good there.
Where can you see? Oh yeah, kinda. Yay! Shall I be mean and say that this is actually... I hear elephant.
Yeah, right, we're on internal mic. You should be able to be heard.
Hopefully you can hear me. Sun towards this side. So you can see these two tracks here, and these tracks. There's also a nice... this one here as well.
You're going too fast for me because I'm zoomed in.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not seeing where you're pointing.
Had both. It's not one that really shows the claws nicely though. Okay, well, I'll give you a few hints. Let's have this one. There's a little track. It's going to be jumping up and down now.
What was that?
To have this as a question.
I don't know. We had it, just had it a couple of days ago, so
A few days ago was said.
some people might know.
Oh, just have a look at how many lines are actually in the track. Now this is 2 animals, by the way. This isn't 1. It's 2 animals. And I wonder if it was a male and a female. There's actually 2. So the one at the bottom of the screen is one animal, and the one at the top of the screen is another. You see how many lines there are? And there's actually feet either side of the track. So hopefully that gives you maybe oh, we need to have this mic up again then. Okay, can you hear me now? Ah, awesome, okay. So if you can see at the bottom of your screen, there's the track of one animal. The top of the screen is another animal. So this is actually 2 animals. It's not one animal. And I think it's possibly a male and female. You can see the width is actually larger on one than it is on the other. So I think it's probably a male and female. And it is difficult to get a direction, but it looks like actually one is definitely, the top one's heading off into the bush. And I'm actually thinking that the other one is actually heading off this way, but it wouldn't make sense. But it does look. But it does have feet either side of it. So hopefully a few hints there might give you some idea as to who the track belongs to. Scops Owl's calling. Okay, well, let's go towards Gary then. So we are. Oh, that's the other clue. We're very close to Gary Dam. Apparently there wasn't too much around Treehouse Dam. Okay, so answers for question number 5. This is question number 6. I told you, Seb's going to be jumping up and down, he is. Oh, I didn't. Sue wanted to know how many types of vulture here at Jumet. The normal ones that we see are the white-backed vultures and the hooded vultures, occasionally the white-headed vultures, and very occasionally a lappet-faced vulture. Those are the main ones that we might see here. Hi, Sue. I am. Yep. 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 Seb's playing along as well. Nunsters came back the first with African buffalo for the dung, which is correct. Ryesa coming in. Gilly, number 3, with buffalo dung for the 5th question. Well done. Quick off the mark there. Who's in 4, 5 and 6 position? Bets. Well done, Bets. Bets coming back in 4th position. Peggy. Peggy in 5th. Deborah Baudouin Well done. Coming back with African buffalo. It was African buffalo. Which is what we have these. Oh dear, Patty. Patty saying hippo dung. Not quite, Patty. Hippos use their tails to flick the dung and spread it around. So if you have a look at these buffalo, they look very similar to a cow, and they're very, very closely related. Although genetics, they are slightly different. They're not in the same family. They have the separate families. But they are bovines. And they are essentially an African cow. So that's why their dung looks very similar to that. Oh dear Sally. Sally saying giraffe. If the giraffe looked like that, then that giraffe will be definitely on its last legs. It is possible for giraffe to look like that. But it really would be, you'd be very worried. And that giraffe probably wouldn't last the night. But I can see where you're coming from with the particles. It was very fine, just like a giraffe. But giraffes, remember, quite small pellets. So there are the buffalo. The two Duggar boys. Oh, Ellen, Arkansas saying rhino. Again, I can see where you're coming from with the size, but rhino tend to have that they're more ball-shaped rather than flat, and it's when they kick it up that's when you get all these little bits of pieces scattered around, but it's not really flat like that. And even when a rhino's got a problem, it doesn't really look like that. I've got an impala in the background there as well. I think he must be holding on to territory. I think he's the same ram that we saw a bit earlier. Not hearing any monkeys, not seeing any monkeys. Oh, hello hippo. I was saying, what about us? You see the grey heron over there. You're on the grey heron.
Yes, okay. I'm just watching that buff and that impala together. And now he's rubbing his horn.
Oh, there we go. Hippo. Hippo's got a problem. And thanks to Randy and Brenda also looking up the incubation date. Incubation date? Incubation period for the vultures. I was fairly close. It's around the 50 mark, 51, 56 day mark. So I said about 2.5 months. It's about 2 months. Oh, and Peter as well. Thank you very much for looking that up. Oh, Heather. See, I struggle to say words. Sebastian struggles to say names. Make a great team together. Okay, Hippo. I'm sorry. We're going to move on. I was hoping that maybe we could see... Maybe I should actually have the radio open so everyone can hear Sebastian actually making chicken noises down my ear. But yes, anyway. I was hoping we were going to see some monkeys. At least see where they were, or maybe even hear them. But I might have to come back a little bit later again. So let's maybe try... Sorry?
A big one.
Oh, did you say 2?
Yeah.
I wonder if it's those 2. I think it might be.
No,
Oh,
gotta go back.
back or forward? Okay. Have we got 6 correct answers for 6 tracks? Say when?
More.
Sorry?
Much more.
Oh, more. Okay. you wiggle the wire? Oh, sorry, not that wire, this wire. My screen, yeah. Thanks, Robin. Robin in the UK is saying they can live up to 19 years. Didn't know that, actually. Thanks, Robin.
Is it on your monitor?
Sorry? Yeah, it's on my monitor. Thank you.
The big one slipped into the water, so it was huge.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I can see his head behind. He's actually just behind that one now. So the bigger one, you can just about see the head. Oh, it's just popped down now. So Sebastian's just working out who came through with the right answers.
Quite amazing because your quiz today, after you've had a quiz, we found the animal almost.
That's actually very true, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
most
has.
of what we've had today, except for Ryan.
Yeah. It's actually been quite cool. Mind you saying that, yeah, all the stuff that we found is pretty fresh. So I was wrong in the direction of the other one. I did think so. It's funny the way it sat. It looked like it was going the opposite way. As I say, I wasn't 100% sure. I wasn't really looking too closely. As I said, it didn't make sense. So it just goes to show my feeling was right. So it might just give it away because we've actually just found the two culprits of the tracks we saw crossing the road. And this is them. The water monitor, Legavon. So this is probably the smaller one of the two. The larger one was in the water, apparently, slipped into the water. You can even see the opening for the ear there really nicely. And they're actually quite a beautiful colour. And even though they may look or resemble a little bit like the Gila monster over in New Mexico, is it New Mexico or Mexico? I think it's Mexico, isn't it?
What?
The Gila monster, it's in Mexico, isn't it?
And Texas.
In Texas.
All the southern
Yeah.
states, I think.
But it's not poisonous.
What?
Ah, that's where the elephants went to. So even though you can see the small scales, and actually quite a beautiful lizard, the yellows and the blacks, but they're not venomous, they're not poisonous. So Deborah came in with water monitor. Yeah, monitor lizard I'll accept. Julie C, number 2. Julie Smith. Was she number 3 or was that number 2? Oh, okay. So Julie Smith, number 2. Sumac, number 3. Number 4, Peggy. Well done, Peggy. Lynn in Canada, number 5. Number 6, Trisha Jones. Well done to you. So nice that we actually found the culprits of the tracks. Mark said that the big one was a monster. Okay, so a couple of porcupines. I can see where you're coming from, Debbie Lee. I can see, because the porcupines actually drag their quills. So that's actually not a bad guess. Not a bad guess at all. Cam thought it might be a tortoise. Again, nice try, but you won't really see that many lines. Those lines come from the tail moving as well, and obviously the body. And that's what I was saying, one actually looks wider than the other, one's obviously larger than the other because of the width of the track compared to the other one. Oh, Randy. Okay, I see. Yeah, I see where you're coming from with that one. Randy thought maybe hyena, but possibly the drag mark from a kill. Thinking outside the box, Randy, I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, a few people saying terrapins or turtles. Yeah. But well done. Sounds like most people got the water monitor. And actually, I want to just quickly show you. I've got it in here. It's not really showing nicely. No, okay. It's not really showing very nicely. But basically, if you think about the way a monitor walks with the long feet, and say that's why I was seeing the feet either side, not brilliantly, that's why I pointed it out to you. But as they walk, the front leg and the back leg sort of go together, so they make this nice shape like this with their body. But they bring their foot round, and their nails actually drag on the floor as they bring the foot round and put it down, and the nails drag, and then they put the foot down. So that's why you get this quite wide look about it every so often, so it's not sort of completely straight like a snake when it's moving straight across the road, or even when it's moving like this. You get this straight part, and then you get little bumps like this all the way up, and it sounds like that's what everyone was seeing. Either that, or they remembered correctly from when Sebastian found one the other day, and that was a monster. So I think we're going to make our way towards Buffalo's Hook Dam, because apparently there's some elephants around there. Maybe we'll be having some luck with them swimming. And apparently Ephraim did find some tracks of leopard heading north towards Buffalo's Hook Dam from Mamba Road. So I think it's worth us maybe checking around there for a little bit, coming down, moving over towards maybe Treehouse Dam and Gowrie Dam again. Okay. No worries, Ellen. Ellen said she saw the picture of the buffalo dung right at the last minute, so that's why she thought maybe it got flattened by the rhino's foot. So definitely. wonderful. Gloria, thanks Gloria. Apparently the Styx Pride, the females and 6 cubs were seen over by Ancora. Unfortunately Ancora is quite a distance from us, so we won't be able to see them, but it's great to hear. It's great to hear that the cubs, 6 cubs, 4 little ones and 2 big ones. Sounds like they're doing well. Fantastic news, thanks Gloria. Styx lionesses. And here we go, got Nyala here on the left. Female Nyala. And male's just disappeared behind the bush. Spots and stripes. Oh, that female's got a few nicks in her ears. Sorry, who was asking about the monitor? Janina. Hi Janina. Janina wanting to know if the water monitor has venom when it bites, and no it doesn't. And the way the monitor actually defends itself is its huge claws and tail. It can give quite a nasty lash with its tail. But no venom. Say the only lizards that have got any form of venom or poison is the Gila monster. Its skin is toxic apparently. You don't want to go picking it up. And recently they have found that the Komodo dragon has a form of venom. So when it does bite, although the bacteria is also quite potent in its mouth, and if you get bitten by a... I'm hearing those elephants. Should we head on towards Buffalo's Hook Dam? Wow. But yeah, when a Komodo dragon, the largest lizard on the planet, when it bites you, you're going to get infection in your blood, and it'll take you a few days to actually die from the venom of a Komodo dragon. But they also have found that it's got a form of... Sorry, did I say venom? I meant bacteria. You're going to get a bacterial infection, but they also have found they do have some venom as well, which probably does add to that. And they'll actually just wait around. They won't bother chasing after it, although yeah, they can run extremely fast, but they'll just keep following this animal, keep following it, and eventually once the animal dies, then they start to feed on it. Oh. I might be missing the A off the end of Gila monster. Does Gila monster have a GH? I think it's G-I-L-A. Oh, the G is pronounced with a H. Oh.
Go down onto the...
Yeah. And here the monkeys. Ah, so it is. It's Spanish way of saying it. So it's said with a H. Gila monster. Might lose you in here. Okay, we're hearing monkeys calling.
Probably heading to where that old hillside was.
Where's that squirrel? Move on a little bit more. We're having a oops, sorry. Having a signal breakup. But the monkeys are calling. There's a squirrel calling over here. Monkey was looking this way. Where is that squirrel? Just want to see where squirrel's looking as well. Are they still looking in there?
It's like a little track to the up that actually
Up here? Okay, well, let's give that a go then. This one here. Is this it here? No. Where we went in. Yeah. Okay guys, we're gonna lose you again. I'm gonna try in the drainage line. Andrew, come in. Sorry, Ephra, I was just looking for Andrew. Andrew, there's monkeys calling just down to the drainage line, just opposite where I am now. I'm gonna just see if we can have a look in the drainage line, see if we can scratch around. No, I had no calling. Just on Buffers Cut line, just on actually the drainage line next to Gary Cut line. Yeah, I'll let you know if I find anything. We just got them calling at the moment. So they're looking further that way actually. Can you remember, is it fairly easy to get up that side? No. Yeah, they're both looking that way. Andrew, come in. Yeah, they're looking more to the east. I don't know if you can see them up at the top of the flashlights, but they're looking more to the east. They're still collaring though.
I'm gonna stay on the road here. I don't know where Abel is. I think Abel is not too close by to you guys.
Yeah, copy that. I was going to go into the drainage line, but I'm not sure if that's the best way to go now.
There must be another road in Caravel for one parallel south and shit. But I'm not sure from the western side if this is the
Where's the other? Is he still? He's still looking that way.
not like for those in Wolang Konzo. The main Konzo of the jobs everywhere. I'm leaving this area. Taking central to the west.
Okay.
Andrew,
I think the monkeys can still see it because they're still calling.
Fucking off here on the boundary.
No, but the outside's moving south, so we would probably catch it if we went in.
If I'm gonna come get around okay, that on the boundary here. Yeah, just gonna get an idea where they go. What's going on around there. Didn't know there is a guy one. Yeah, okay. That's north. Yeah, there's down the one there. Kind of on that got a couple line there. Seeing Columbia cheetah pad.
Should see where that. I don't think it's too far away from where that monkey's actually sitting, because he's almost looking down into that little area there. Don't know if we can actually get in from that side. It just looks a little bit too thick there. Maybe it's worth us checking. Maybe we can try and go back around again and just see if we can go in from that side.
Probably close to this part of the drain is down there.
The trees.
So it's kind of like this, it's dense.
Yeah. Okay. Somebody's definitely down there because those monkeys are really not happy. Let me see if I can try and find a way in there. Because I think whoever it is still there, and the monkey's actually looking down rather than across anywhere. Possibly a spot we might be able to go into. Unfortunately, I think we might lose you as we go in though. We'll have to see. Actually, there's a spot here, isn't there, that we went into? Maybe we can get in here and have a look across. Where is it? Is it this bit here? I forget now. Can you remember? Let's see if we can go in here. Sorry?
Looks like there might have been a spot further on, but there's no way.
Yeah, I suppose it is a bit thick here. So just remember there was a spot that we could actually overlook. Okay. Yeah, I'm copying you. I'm just trying to concentrate on what the monkeys are doing at the moment. Try and send a message. Oh, maybe it was here. That's not really going to help as much, is it?
Here, on the one, the Consumadora is crossing into to the south.
Oh.
This must be the same Congo that the cow was coloring about. So then go maybe put it down and then come out sometime. But the fact is the parallel just for one more maybe and pretty much on the different side of the one level. That's where the mountain is. Hello, hello. 4-6 for fuzzies with 4 December crew of the bus, maybe 4-5 months, and then 2 months, running around 3 months, maybe 2 months old. They got a bummer there on it. They must have had a bummer, they almost put down lullaby that
It's quite steep on didn't find a snake. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't find a snake. Oh, I forgot I was going to go up towards Impala Road, wasn't I? Totally forgot about that. Come on, Gunda. Okay, well, we're going to have to move into it, I think.
The guys in shot, when you guys pick up any kind of coloring, just give me a shot so I can just switch off my board.
I do want to try and head towards Gowrie Dam. See if we can get some more lions calling. Alright. Let's head towards Buffles Hook Dam. See if the eddies are still around. Boing, boing. Yes, we can. That'd be lovely. Yes. Are we back yet? Hey. Okay, we're back and stable. Awesome. Hi Mitzi. Good afternoon to you. Wanting to know, is a water monitor the same as a Nile monitor? And yes it is. Yes it is. And it's also known as the yellow-throated monitor. The rock monitor is known as the white-throated monitor. And slightly different because it does have the white throat, and the head does look slightly different as well. It's quite a big head, whereas I think for me the water monitor has quite a slender head. I'm taking the fire brake all the way down by the looks of it. Never mind. Oops. Hi Peggy, wanting to know, do water monitors ever climb trees and do rock monitors ever go into the water? I've definitely seen the water monitors in trees, and I've not seen a rock monitor in the water, but I wouldn't have thought it wouldn't have any adversity to it, seeing as its cousin does it. But it does prefer to live on land. And actually that's one of the differences with the tracks. You see these nice long claw marks from the water monitor. So it does spend a lot of time in the water, so that claws don't wear down as quickly or as much as the rock monitor. Oh dear, I think we missed the elephants. Yes, because I was looking for a snake. I thought we might, well I still think there was actually a leopard in there. But unfortunately we gave it a good go. Didn't want to waste too much time. Sumac wanting to know, how big do water monitors grow? I'll answer on the other side, Sue. You might lose me. Or I might lose you. my friend come in? From my friend come in? From, if you can copy me, I had a good look around the area where the monkeys were looking and I couldn't see anything. But I'll maybe try and go back in a little bit. I'm going to also look around Gary Dam in a little while as well. Julie, asking if she gets a point for water buffalo. Difficult one, because you know what you meant, but water buffalo are actually Asian. They're the Asian species, not the African. So actually maybe I should have said to Seb, because I think you were actually one of the top 6 to come back with buffalo. Maybe I should have said it's got to be African buffalo. So I think because I didn't say, I think I will allow it this time, because I did allow the spring hare this morning. Well, say allow. I knew what she was saying, but you have to be careful, because I'm not going to be as lenient in the next ones. So yes, just be careful. I know I'm not cool. I'm very strict. But yes, I'll allow it this time because I know what you meant. But yes, it's African buffalo. The water buffalo are the Asian. And actually, the African buffalo is as distantly related to the Asian buffalo as they are to cows. So they are all related, and they're closest relatives of the cows. But when you look at them and the genetics, they're actually quite different. So I wonder who's still got 100% so far. And the monitor one was a little bit more difficult, but I'm very impressed that people got it. Eddie's went east by the looks of it. I thought there was a few tracks that came down here. I'm definitely trying. I'm trying to find animals. Animals don't want to play this afternoon. Well, they do, but...
Jumbo, and one Mafazi with the set. Ja, ik vind het just then one Madeira and one Macquarie.
Tortoise Dam. I've never heard of Tortoise Dam. Oh, okay. That's why I've never heard of Tortoise Dam, because there isn't one. Torchwood. So one male, one female lion found at Torchwood Dam. Sadly, not in our traversing area. I feel like this is a Sunday afternoon. It's all very, very mellow. Nyala Road South. If anybody wants to try and follow us on the map. Been a while since I've seen where we are. We're going to have a quick look around Treehouse Dam. Maybe we should actually just pop along towards Voyatella access, heading round to Gowrie Dam. Gowrie Dam and Gowrie Cutline, I think we need to just, yes, keep a check on. So we'll see what time it is and how light it is by the time we get to Voyatella access. See which way we go. Thinking about the water monitors. They will eat chicks and eggs, as well as aquatic species. So it does make up part of their diet. Wow, it's been a while since I've been along this road actually. Oh, and actually, do I have it with me? I did say... No, I don't. Oh. That's what I put it in as well. Okay, I'll have to try and remember it again. I was going to show you a picture of the African golden cat some people were asking about. And I forgot to bring my book. And I showed it the other day, but because of the problem with the stream, we had to jump over that section. Never mind. It's an elephant activity. Oh dear, Mark! Well, everybody said they wanted a view in the back.
I was watching the vulture again.
Oh, the vulture again. Watching the vulture again. wonder if anybody actually heard Seb make the chicken noises. That's why I was putting the earpiece up to the microphone. Hi dear! Good afternoon to you. And thanks once again. Dear made a beautiful painting of Shivenzi that I did actually put on the blog, so if anybody would like to see it, it's on the new blog, showing you how to distinguish between Shivenzi and Shibamalana. How do you say it? I actually think that's quite cool, Shibamalana. How do you say? Shibamalana. Shibamalana. Oh dear. Shibambalana. Anyway. I'll get there eventually. But yes, how to distinguish the two. And actually I need to reread my own way of pronunciating it. Oh, look. I found an animal. Aren't you proud of me? It's got stripes. There you go, me. Oh, there's so many places I want to be. Not enough time. Oh, really? Oh, okay, so we don't need to go to Treehouse Dam after all. Apparently the curbs are right in front of FC. I think we might need to go and see if we can have a look at them. Sorry, Zebedees. Isn't it? It's alright. Don't mind. Mr. Stallion, where's the rest of your herd? Are you a young stallion? You haven't got a herd yet. Okay. Let's see if we can catch up with the cubs then before we lose the light. No, this isn't there. Oh, there they are. The rest of them are over there.
Now coloring was on the right-hand line is the garage. Great, thank you.
Which station? Looking for the monkeys calling on Gary Cutline?
I'm gonna go check around maybe the dam maybe Minor Road somewhere there. But the condo will go ahead then somebody to the south, I think it was the same where they were coloring for months.
Copy that, yeah. I did have a good scratch around just where they were looking. Sadly I didn't find anything, so maybe it did carry on.
Alright, so we thank Tara. I'm also coming along. Maybe I'll be around as well.
Copy that. I've just heard as well that Karula's and Pimpans are close to final control. I'm just heading down that side now. Karula's Pimpans. Just heard from Sebastian now, literally just as we speak, that the Karula's Pimpans are up by final control.
that with an energy of them morning or
He's just said now that they were there now, so I'm just on my way over and seeing if it's still around there. Sorry, I'm battling to hear you this afternoon. Go again.
Where exactly was that?
At our camp, outside Final Control, at our camp.
And how long was that?
It was just about a minute ago.
Gonna go, or maybe let me know when you get there.
Ephraim, come in. Did you copy? Cruiser's Mum Pin Pan's just been seen by Final Control, our camp. I'm just on my way there to see if we can have a look at them. Will do. Sorry dear, I got distracted by the zebra and now Kruler's cubs. But yes, wanting to know the map, where to find it. It was on the Ning website, www.wildearth.ning.com. So I think that should still be going. And I have just been given the details on how to get onto the Juma blog. So I'll be posting all the blogs up onto Juma's webpage that I've written, and one of them did include a map as well, but I'm not sure when I'm going to be posting those. Hopefully it's going to be a big process. There's quite a number to go up there. So try the Ning website, otherwise try and Google Juma map and see if that will come up if the Ning website doesn't work. For anybody wondering why we snuck past the rhino there, unfortunately we're not showing rhino at the moment on any of the cameras, which is very sad. Rhinos are a big love of my life, but unfortunately because of the security and that sort of thing, we are not showing rhino at the moment. Hopefully it's not going to be for too long, but yes, unfortunately, that is the case. Sorry, Impala. I'd like to try and just see if we can get to the cubs before we lose the light. That's if they're still going to be around there. Oh. Apparently they're starting to move towards Graham's house. Don't do it, cubs, we're on our way. We just need to keep an eye around Gary Dam, because I'm wondering if that leopard is on its way down this side. So definitely keep a lookout, especially in that back corner. If Zoomy Mike, you're on the controls, or if someone's taken over from you. baboons. The baboons are home. If that's Karula coming back, I can hear Franklin calling. Waterbuck. Okay, apparently we need to go towards the back. Any sign on... Apparently she was just here 5 minutes ago. I can hear the Franklin calling. Hello, Seb. That's final control just there. Can't see Seb waving though. I think we were babysitting again today then, by the sounds of it. Oh, Hornbill. Show us, Hornbill. It's the only problem when you hear, but that's where, if you hear the by FC, try and move quickly. Because they disappear into this drainage line at the back here. And it's very steep, very dense. Don't know, can we actually get around the back of Graham's house? We'll give it a go.
The drainage line being dug open when you're walking through.
I was thinking just at the back of the house.
Come down to the drainage line along the power line.
Yeah, I'm gonna go that way. We've got 3 drivers on board now. I'm thinking maybe we can go around the back here. Although the waterbuck... Oh, that's why. Yes, it's that little fence, isn't it? That's quite annoying. The waterbuck haven't seen anything. The fence, the wire. Standing by?
You there yet?
Yeah, just been scratching around, can't see anything at the moment. I'm going to try and go around the back of Graham's house, apparently that's where Shabenzi was going.
Okay. Does it say any direct generalization? Was it heading?
Ooh, slender mongoose in the road. Oh. Run, mongoose, run! Gone. Yeah, she was heading around the back of Graham's house. So westerly direction.
Okay, thanks. Thanks. I'll check.
Also, I'm heading around Gallego shortcut now. I'm going to try and coming down the power line towards the back of Graham's house, see if I can get lucky there. They seem to utilise this area a lot. Oops, sorry, knocking your ears out. Oh, Waterbuck are looking at something now, so hopefully it's her.
Yeah, from the developer in the next week.
Mark's gonna do the chicken dance again. Apparently we've got over 1,000 viewers again. Great work everybody, let's keep it up. Brilliant to hear. Okay, where are you snorting? What are you watching that side? Can you see her? Wow, I never knew this bit existed. I always thought this was quite flat here. I think they might have gone that way. Yeah. They're looking over there. Just move a little bit more. Oops. Sorry, Mark. Oh, that's not good. Come on, Shavenzi, would love to see you. I actually thought I could drive through this bit here and pop up onto that side. But sadly not. Where is she, Waterbuck? I'm hoping she's going to come out and have a look at the Waterbuck. That'd be nice. Come on, Shavenzi. Where's your little brother? A leopard, especially the cubs being 10 months old, Waterbuck, even a young Waterbuck, is going to be a little bit too big for them to handle. Well, that's probably why they're not too bothered. The Franklin go that
They're
side.
looking up that way towards the road.
Yeah, they are. I wonder if she's come through here and she's gone out the back there. Andrew? Andrew? Excuse me. There. I think they've just frightened a few Franklin. Because that was the whole reason why we were going to head down towards Treehouse Dam, was to see if the cubs were around there. So apparently someone said that that's where they were headed to. But they were just at the back here. And Karula does seem to like to leave the cubs, and if we do have any new viewers, the cubs are talking about 2 leopard cubs. And Karula leaves them to go and hunt. But they are able to, well, they will be able to hunt small things at least at this stage. And I'm fairly convinced it was Shavenzi the other night that we saw trying to hunt on the open area. I'm fairly convinced it was her. And it was a little steenbok she was going for, I think. Okay. Seems to be the story of this afternoon. Leopards being in inaccessible places. So there's a wall of bush just there. I just heard a pole.
One of them playing with something.
I think so. One of them's definitely playing with something.
Probably in Graham's garden.
Well, maybe we should try around the other side again. Maybe they've popped out that side. Oh. Someone just gave an alarm call again. I know, they're right here, they're right here. I was hoping maybe they'd actually make their way out here.
That's right,
It is, they're literally just
that
here.
little shed at Graham's garden, end of his garden.
Have you ever driven through here? Oh no, it's a bit too steep. Oh. They've obviously found something fun to play with in there.
This fellow's on the... No, but there's no... That was metal, that was corrugated iron.
Yeah.
He was playing on his deck, that wall was supposed to be a deck.
Well, maybe, yeah, if they're going to be there, and unfortunately, even if we go from the Graham's house this side, we can't get past that electric fence. That's the problem. So this band where we're sitting now, and that electric fence, that's what's stopping us actually getting around to that strip in front of us. And then this donga, this little drainage line. So we can't go in from this side, and we can't go in that side either. So even though the cubs are there, we can't get to them. But let me just see, maybe if we go around the other side they might just pop out. Otherwise, let's go back around towards the dam and up Gary Cut Line and see if the other leopard, possible leopard, whatever the monkeys were shouting at, has decided to come out and make an appearance. Thought we might actually be on that little deck or something. Some people saying open a tuna can. Actually, I tell you, apparently ammonia and pilchards apparently works. And just so you know as well, Anton, who we saw earlier by the giraffe, he's going to be joining me on afternoon safari on Thursday. So we're going to be doing some tracks with him. So if you missed seeing and how to cast an animal track with the plaster of Paris, we're going to be doing that again. Stations, Luzman Pimpans sounds like they're actually at Graham's house. Lutu visual at the moment. So Anton actually works with the Ingwe Leopards project. He's got quite a good knowledge on leopards as well. And he makes these casts and he actually sells them. But very interesting. So if you'd like to hear what Anton has to say, now we have the microphone here, you should be able to hear him as we're driving around as well, which will be even better. Waterbuck coming out onto the road. Oh, I can smell them. Actually, this one smells quite sweet. So a little bit edgy because of the leopards being around. And even though small leopard won't really cause them any difficulties, a larger leopard possibly might, although waterbuck are quite large. But maybe one of the calves, one of the youngsters, especially some of the smaller ones, might not be too difficult for one of the big males. So they still have to be very careful. Although the usual predators would more likely be the lions. Or even wild dog. I wonder if wild dog actually eat waterbuck. Crocodile, possibly. But it was always thought that they didn't eat them because of this smell. It's quite a musty smell. Although it is a bit of a bush myth. So I have seen lions eating waterbuck. The donkeys of the bush. They do look a little bit like a donkey. The white circle helps to distinguish them from other antelope, and they actually do look very different. Got the black legs and a grey body. Very long hair actually. And one of the most water dependent out of all the antelope. Should we try around the corner again? We lost this visual of the waterbuck. Oh wow! Can you see it through there?
Yeah.
Look at that. Wow. The sun's just set behind us and the moon is now rising. Incredible colour. That's actually the colour that we're seeing now. Absolutely stunning.
Vehicle come in, please.
So are you looking for me on the quarantine? Oh.
Yeah, Calvin here from Jacobin. Can I come past you, please?
Yeah, you're more than welcome. We're just looking at the moon.
Beautiful.
Cool. Shall we,
Get past on the right.
hmm? That is beautiful. Sorry, Kelvin, were you looking for me again?
No?
No, okay, copy. I don't know if you copied, Cruise and Pim Pans were around Graham's house. I'm just going to have another look around here. But I think they're just in very thick Schlatine at the moment.
Okay, thanks very much. Good to hit the home. Thanks.
Okay, copy.
Calvin, Calvin. Okay. Yeah, Calvin, copy about the Ngala and the north. Whereabouts? Just please put a stat. The 6 Maduras and 2 Mafazis on a Yati Bond. Yeah, I don't think you're allowed to go there. What farmer is it on? Sorry, go again? I say, what farmer is it on?
I think we're going to have to leave the curbs. I was hoping they might have just popped out here.
Yeah, thanks very much.
But maybe there's just too much fun out the back there. Cool. Circle that. Okay, so back to down we go. I'm sure if Seb here sort of sees them, he'll let us know again. Let's head back towards the dam, see if we have any luck with our other cats. I think we need one last question actually, don't we? Hey Impala. If I switch off my lights I'm going to have a problem.
Let's look at the moon again. Okay, good.
Sorry, I keep missing. What about Mishu's tracks? Yeah. Oh. Hi Raisa! Wanting to order 4 plaster casts of Mishu's track. Unfortunately, I think Mishu is no longer with us. We still couldn't find out who that track was that we did that day, whether it was Mishu or Induna. But I have a sneaking suspicion it was one of the boys. I can hear my bats. Maybe that's it. Maybe they're just following me. I can hear you. Where are you? Actually need to try and see if I can find them so I can actually ID them as well. But yeah, we don't know where Mishu is actually. But Mishu's done what normally happens with leopards. He's dispersed. He's gone elsewhere, and that is nature's way of stopping him breeding. So the males actually move out the area, and they might be nomadic for a while until they're big enough to hold on to a territory of their own. So he might just move around, and that's possibly why we're not getting any lodges picking him up. Because there's quite a number of males in the area and quite a number of nomadic males, and it could be, you know, if he's come across one of them, he might have been pushed out, unless he's been strong enough to tell them, well actually no, I'm going to stay here. It is beautiful. So, back towards Gary Dam we go. We're going to see if we can actually hear anything down towards the dam as well. Possibly those lions moved. It sounds like, I think there's 4 lions on a buffalo carcass up in Buffelshoek. Ephraim, come in. Jog, come in. Jog, which Ngala were they up on the Nyari Bamba?
That's 6 Matimbas and
6 Matimbas and 2 Kahumas. Copy that, thank you. Lutu on Karula's Mampimpans. They're somewhere around Graham's house, but it's just too thick Slatine. So, it's the 6 Matimbas and 2 Nkahuma females. Up in Buffelshoek on a buffalo kill. Maybe that's who we did hear this morning then. Maybe one was trying to relocate them. Reflection in the water. Beautiful.
Get a hippo in that water.
Yeah, that'd be beautiful. a good look at the drainage line. Definitely do want to...
Is there something, what we're watching, something drinking? Oh, the hippo.
Yeah, the hippo leaving the water by the looks of it. Maybe to see if we can join them on the wall. I can actually see the hippo leaving. Yep, there they go. And as the temperatures start to increase during the day, hippos are only going to really start to leave the water in the cooler part of the night. So it protects their skin. Because they actually have quite vulnerable skin. That's one of the reasons why they do stay in the water during the day. So it protects their skin. Stops it dehydrating. Just if we go up. Come on, old girl. I should really put her in low range. Okay. Just going to turn around because we're actually going to be able to see them better from this side. Room 6, room 7. There we go. Should be able to see it from here. La room 3 deve aeroport. C'est la room 1. There it goes. Just disappearing. You want to tell them if they want to come down this way?
Want to come down in front of us? Not much of a view, just the black screen anyway.
Oh. Okay. How close are they? Okay, I really wanted to just quickly check Gary cut line, but we've just started getting some beeping now. Let's go and quickly check. Depending on how insistent the beeping is, we might have to say goodbye very shortly. The hippo. I thought I was actually thinking that the hippo might just come around the bend, but possibly the light just decided actually no. So I'd rather just leave him to it. possibly the two buffalo we were watching earlier. Yeah, it looks like they had the same idea. Oh no, they've gone up that way, so we're going to go up Gary Cook line. Hello, little scrub hairs. Two of them, if they're fighting. And one just hopped off. You don't usually see more than one. It's unusual to see two together, so unless they're actually fighting or mating. Be careful, hey, there's a leopard on the prowl. The other one went off in that direction. See the black on the upper side of the tail. And the white underneath. Just in case there's a leopard around, we don't want to keep the spotlight on them too long. So that's who done it this morning. Question 3. Is it starting to beat faster? Oh. Okay, well, unfortunately I think we are going to have to say goodbye. It's starting to beat faster and we don't want to run the batteries down. I was hoping to find you one last question for the drive. It looks like I've been outbeeped. But definitely, whoever is zooming the camera, whoever's zoomy, definitely keep a lookout for possibly a cat coming down to drink, because you never know, it might make its way this way. It came in from the north, so I would put my money on the leopard, because there were some leopard tracks seen. That's what the monkeys possibly were calling about. They might have gone towards Buffalo's Hook Down. Difficult to say. Oh well. Better luck next time. Unfortunately, that is the way it goes sometimes. Sometimes you win them, sometimes you don't. But I hope you've enjoyed the quiz at least. It's been great fun this afternoon. And as I say, very impressed with the fact that most of you got the questions right. And don't worry for those of you who got 1 or 2 wrong. You're still in the running, who knows? Maybe you could actually come out on top. So keep your scores safe, and we'll do some more tracks on Thursday. And I'll see if we can get maybe 4 or 5 on Thursday morning and in the afternoon, see how we do with that. We'll see how we go. Well, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for all your questions. My name's Tara, Mark's been on camera, and Seb back in final control, or a chicken, I'm not too sure which one. But yes, I hope you can join us tomorrow, 6 o'clock Central Africa time. We're going to get the we're going to get the batteries on charge, and hope to get a full drive tomorrow morning. But take care everyone, see you again soon. Bye for now.